All right, welcome aboard, people. It's Straight Talk Live on Echo FM 100.7. Welcome aboard to the main event on radio, where we give you all the juicy details, everything that happens, and today we are going to do just that. The troubles in Labour Party and other political parties in Imo State are not going away anytime soon, because today I was shocked again to hear that we are having another Labour Party chairman. If they have done election, I wasn't aware of the election or change of guard on any of that. Initially, we had the Labour Party in Imo State. We know Barrister Callisto Jagua as the leader of the Labour Party in Imo State here for years, and of course, and then came along Mazi Ochama, who is there, and then now we are having again a new one, the Labour Party chairman. Well, today we will be taking a look at this issue in Imo State. What is going on with Imo State Labour Party and other political parties that we cannot have peace? In the PDP, it's divided. In the Labour Party, it's divided. Well, APP is not divided because they have under one roof. Who again? NDC. Well, their primary has since settled, destroyed so many bridges here in Imo State. What is going on with the other parties? APC is standing gidigba like lion. Why the other parties are all in disarray and all that? So please, let's talk about Imo State politics today, and we'll take a look at the political parties and all that, so that we here can get to understand. All Labour Party faithfuls, all members of Labour Party, please tune in, and of course, members of the APP, because I know I have one or two things I want to ask the APP as well. We're expecting the guests to be here. So today we have the honor of hosting Imo State Chairman, Labour Party, Honorable Barrister Nelson Ezerioha, PhD. Good morning and welcome. I believe this is your debut on our radio. I just wanted you to come here and have a go at a welcome Barrister Nelson Ezerioha, PhD. Good morning.
Thank you very much and good morning.
All right, welcome aboard. We will be getting back to you on that matter. But of course, we have the troublemaker here in the house, the Querystown Radio. He is here, Chief Comrade Salvatore Amadi. Good morning, Comrade.
A very, very troublesome morning to you, Barry Cosmos. Thank you very much. Happy to be here once again with you.
Yeah, wishing me troublesome. Okay, no, I don't say you be troublemaker, so no, Allah. You don't wish me troublesome. I beg anybody who give me trouble today, now Salvatore go home. Welcome aboard, people. Okay, so before we go into that conversation, I have something that I saw on the pages of the papers. Of course, this is our newspaper review time, but definitely I'm just going to take two headlines only. This headline is coming from Kaduna State and on the, of course, the Daily Trust newspaper. The Daily Trust newspaper is reporting this morning that a mob killed a teacher in Kaduna State. The mob in Kaduna killings, last moments of slain female teacher in Kaduna. Well, the family of Malama Omokhe, an Islamia school teacher who was lynched and burnt by a mob on a false accusation of child stealing in Maraban, Jos, Igabi local government area of Kaduna State, well, has since recounted her final moments. Some residents had accused this woman, a mother of 4, of attempting to steal children while on her way to attend an Islamic lecture on Sunday afternoon. Can you imagine that? The allegation quickly spread, drawing a large crowd that attacked her before security operatives intervened and took her into protective custody at a nearby police station. Now, this is where the story gets very, very entertaining and very annoying for us to see the kind of police we have in the north and the kind of people in the north. When she was taken to the custody in the police station, the situation later escalated as hundreds of angry youths and residents reportedly besieged the police station and demanded she be handed over to them. Can you imagine that? The police will take somebody into protective custody. Youths will come to the police and say, hand over that person. It was learned that despite efforts by security personnel to restore order, the mob eventually overpowered officers and set her ablaze. I don't know if you understand, if you
Yes,
get the
I hear
story,
you.
everybody. As in, they went to police station, overpowered police station. They didn't call for backup, nothing. They have guns, they have tear gas, they have everything. They didn't do that. What they did was to do what? Allow these people. Because why I'm saying they allowed them, they overpowered them. How did they beat the policemen? Did they throw them? Did they break in? I don't know. How can people come into the police station and overpower a police station? Well, it's possible because you can't fight a mob. Then, witnesses said police officers fired warning shots to disperse the crowd. One youth was reportedly shot and several others sustained injuries during the unrest along Kaduna Zaria Highway. A resident who spoke on condition of anonymity described the incident as disturbing. It is troubling that an allegation alone could lead to such a tragedy. She was reportedly on her way to an Islamic lesson when she was accused. Even after she was taken to the police station, the mob still went there and burned her alive. What a gruesome way to die. Honorable Barrister Nelson,
Yes.
this is happening. What's the legal position? And at the end of the day, this is the same thing that happened to Deborah up to today. Nobody has been placed under arrest or take account, and these guys will come wholly on social media and say, now we do them. And they go scot-free. Because what? An accusation, no proof, nothing. No. Where is the children? How is she trying to steal them? Somebody just raised an alarm and they killed. And these are the same people where people come every day to kidnap them and take them to the bush, and they have not caught anybody. So with this, now, what's your take on this, Barrister?
Ordinarily, this is unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. That's why you have a legal system, and everybody is supposed to abide by the legal system of the country. Ordinarily, even when somebody is caught red-handed, the person is presumed innocent until proven otherwise. And not talk of a situation where somebody was not caught red-handed, but there was an allegation. By virtue of our Constitution, Section 36, Section 35, all of them, for you to arrest, for you to claim to have found somebody guilty, the person must be tried. And when somebody is not tried, when there's no fair hearing, there's no trial. And what we're saying ordinarily is that there's no taking laws into your hands. You don't just get to the police station, demand for somebody, and kill that person. But
Okay.
it's a very, very unfortunate. It's a very unfortunate.
My worry with the whole of this is at the end of the day, nothing, absolutely nothing will be done to these people who killed an innocent woman. After they have finished burning her, they realized that it was a false alarm and the person is dead. And the police they were overpowered. Now,
The truth is that all of them, both the police, both the mobs, all of them have committed murder. Police will only be charged for contributing. But ordinarily, the mobs, if they can be identified, they'll be facing a trial of murder.
Well, at least one of them was shot, so she had to go take, and they can get useful information on the rest of them. And who is the accuser? Those are things that I don't understand. How a police would take somebody, and if there is issue of that, they cannot call for backup, and there is nothing. How many policemen were even on duty? How many policemen are at that post? These are issues we keep talking about. Anyway, when people come to kidnap young boys and girls, this same mob, every time we hear kidnapping in Kaduna, every time we hear that they go and kill people, they have never had a mob to go and mob terrorists and bandits that do this. But only the same gun police had, the same gun these bandits have, and they cannot go and mob the bandits. So what does that tell you? Anyway, I'll let you answer the questions. Chief Comrade, do you want to have anything to add to that before we move on?
Asking me to comment on this is just trying to create a very, very dramatic scenario. Because I'm sure that you know and you have known over the years my position as far as the security apparatchik in Nigeria is concerned. It has been such that it's just a clear-cut comedy. It's an absurdity, it's a tragedy, and it's a comedy, all in one. So we don't actually need to waste time talking about this because ab initio, you have had a situation where the security agencies are enmeshed in unacceptable fraud, right from the budgets appropriated and misappropriated to cases where, just as you have mentioned, absolute absence of justice.
All right.
You know, so it's a very, very horrific story.
All right. I said I was going to take only 2 headlines. And, of course, another big headline that's trending is Peter Obi is calling for President Tinubu to resign and follow the example of Starmer, who has resigned as British Prime Minister. Obi said he should resign. He gave reasons. That's the story is almost on every newspaper. And this time around, the APC and the presidency is also reacting to that call by Peter Obi. The presidency has dismissed calls by the former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi for President Bola Tinubu to resign, describing the demand as politically motivated, undemocratic, and distraction from ongoing efforts to address Nigerians' challenges. Well, in a statement issued on Tuesday by a special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, the presidency said Obi's comparison of Nigeria with the United Kingdom, where a prime minister recently stepped down voluntarily, was inappropriate. Peter Obi's latest comments calling for President Bola Tinubu's resignation based on comparison with the British Prime Minister's voluntary exits are not only misplaced, but also reflect a selective and distorted view of Nigeria's realities since 2023, the statement read. Okay, why would Peter Obi call for President Bola Tinubu, in your view, asking him to take Starmer's example? Peter Obi also enumerated a lot of things that have gone wrong. Let me just pull up that story. Well, the presidency swiftly reported. He said the president should take a cue from British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and step down from office, arguing that the current administration has failed to meet Nigerians' expectation amid worsening economic and social conditions. That was what Obi said. And the presidency swiftly dismissed Obi's remarks, describing the call for Tinubu's resignation as childish, misplaced, and undemocratic. Barrister.
This is very funny.
Okay.
Ordinarily, Obi has the right to make demands.
Okay.
And the issue is whether his demands would be met by the incumbent president. That's another issue. But he has his rights. He has his reasons for asking the president to resign. But the president on his own, in Nigeria, you might not just resign unless there is a push somewhere. And Obi knows where to channel the issues to. It is not the National Assembly.
Where? Which National Assembly?
It's the National Assembly that...
I know, no try tell me court. I know I hear that word, court. Don't say it.
I'm not talking about court. The National Assembly can call for that.
Which one? Headed by Akpabio?
If they call for it, there will be votes.
Headed by Akpabio and others.
If one state can just append their signatures, they can ask the chief judge to form a committee to investigate, a panel to be led by the CJN.
I beg talk another
and that's how. But in Nigeria, if you expect anybody to resign, it has not been easy.
Okay, well, definitely that's not happening. Obi said, owing up to leadership failures and political responsibility, advised Tinubu to emulate the British Prime Minister and save the country from the worsening economic situation. Having failed to fulfill his electoral promises, he argued that in the past, Tinubu had also called on Nigerian leaders, specifically Goodluck Jonathan, to quit when it appeared he wasn't measuring up with the people's expectation, urging the incumbent president to toe the path of honor for Nigerian politics. This morning, yesterday, I listened to the Prime Minister's speech announcing his planned resignation in July. As a keen observer of global politics, my primary interest lies in examining what successful nations do right and the structural factors that cause others to lag or struggle with governance and development. The Prime Minister's planned resignation comes amid mounting public frustration over a stagnant economy, a worsening cost of living crisis, and a perceived failure to honor key campaign pledges. Looking inwards in our own dear country, we can recall our own situation. Before 2015, our president on several occasions championed the call for the then President Goodluck Jonathan to resign over economic hardship and insecurity affecting Nigeria. During the Chibok school kidnapping incident, he demanded the immediate resignation of President Jonathan, arguing that government had failed in its most fundamental duty of protecting lives, Obi stated. Obi also attacked Tinubu for failing to make good his pledge to provide reliable electricity for Nigerians, reminding him of having told Nigerians not to vote for him for a second time if he failed on the basis of his promise. Okay. President Bola Ahmed made several promises, including improved electricity supply. He also challenged the electorate not to vote for him for a second time if he failed to deliver on those commitments, particularly in providing stable power, fighting corruption, and improving the welfare of Nigerians. And I would make bold to ask Salvatore, which of those promises have been kept?
N-O-N-E, if you asked me. That's none.
Uh-huh.
Now, you see, there's something very, very captivating about this presentation.
Okay.
Somebody is telling you that the statement from Peter Obi is politically motivated. For me, that is very, very ridiculous.
Okay.
Did he expect it to be technologically or scientifically motivated? Is it not politics all of them are playing?
Oh, boy.
Was it not politics that Tinubu was playing in 2012 when he was asking for Jonathan's resignation?
Maybe they forgot.
Now, that's one. Now, two, somebody who, I don't know if these people will actually take any substances and begin to talk immediately after the effect of the substances. Somebody is saying that asking somebody who has failed in office to resign is undemocratic. So you see their perception. You now get a fix on their perfect, what they think about democracy. Their own version of democracy is when you see that somebody you put in there to lead is misleading, it is undemocratic to ask the person to resign. While in civilized climes, you are expected to on your own resign when you have noticed that you have failed in delivering the promises you made to the people. So you can see that we are living a life of absolute absurd oddities.
All right.
And anomalies.
All right. I'll just think, you want to add something?
Ordinarily, Obi is a presidential candidate of a political party. Tinubu is also a presidential candidate of a political party. So whatever he says might be seen political. That's just what I have to add to it. Whatever he says, he's seen as an opposition.
But do you support the call?
Ordinarily, for now, until my party says so. But as a person, I'm still weighing the options.
Wait, you're weighing option as an opposition party to speak for an opposition. Now, why would you want to contest if you feel the president is doing right? And if it is not doing right, why are you afraid to say it?
I've not said the president is doing right. But the issue is that the president has ruled for about 3 years now. And to my party, we have a presidential candidate too, in the person of our Chibuzo Okereke, PhD. And I think he's better than Tinubu. So he can take over from Tinubu. Because he's better, that's why I have a presidential candidate.
Okay, so Chibuzo is contesting under the Labour Party as a presidential candidate. Okay, under Esther Nenadi's leadership?
Under the leadership of the national chairman of the Labour Party,
who is
Esther Nenadi.
Okay. All right, great. We are looking at this issue today. We'll be expecting you to comment on any of the issues together with what we are going to be discussing today, the Labour Party and the other political parties in Imo State in particular. I don't want to go to national issues. Let's deal with Imo State politics today. And Obi has called for resignation of the president for the opt-in time. And this time around, they have reacted, saying it's what politically and undemocratic and childish. For the APC, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing fantastically well. For Peter Obi, is the worst nightmare they are facing, according to what he has been saying. So where do you stand on this pedestrian? At the end of the day, it is all politics, but in Nigeria, Peter Obi is saying exactly what Bola Ahmed Tinubu said when Goodluck Jonathan was the president. So if he was right then, why is he childish now? These are questions. If you were asking Jonathan to leave when the security situation was not as bad as it is today, to resign because he failed to do the basic, that is what, the basic duty and role of a president, and today he is saying it is childish to do the same thing you did. What a bombshell. All right, we're going to be taking a break now. When we come back, the conversation continues. It is Straight Talk Live on Echo FM 100.7 with the Radio Marshal, Barry Cosmos. Let's go to our news desk to bring you the news update at 10.
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
Please listen to these announcements. Oru Orowere. Oru Orowere. Oru Orowere. The Oha Owerri Traditional Council of Elders hereby announce 40 days peace period with effect from 23rd June 2026. During this period, no fighting, no quarrels, or actions that will breed enmity within Owerri Municipal. There will be penalties for defaulters. Oru Orowere. Oru Orowere. Oru Orowere. While Umbubozo will be after 8 days of the celebration of Orowere, Iriji. Signed, Oha Cyril Eme, Onyishi Oha Owerri. Thanks for listening.
Echo FM.
Patrick International Sports Shop brings the next level higher.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to the news update on Echo FM 100.7. Here are the latest stories we are keeping tabs on. The National Inland Waterways Authority, NIWA, has intensified efforts to unlock the economic potential of Nigeria's inland waterways with the commencement of a comprehensive cleanup program aimed at tackling pollution, enhancing navigational safety, and attracting investment into the nation's blue economy. The project is expected to address long-standing challenges, including indiscriminate waste disposal, oil spillage, environmental degradation, and other forms of pollution that have hindered the optimal utilization of Nigeria's waterways. President Bola Tinubu has appointed the former Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Oluwatoyin Ogundipe, as chairman of the governing board of the National Universities Commission. According to the presidency, President Tinubu expects Professor Ogundipe to provide visionary leadership at the National Universities Commission and sustain the credibility of the Nigerian university system in line with a renewed hope agenda. The Federal High Court in Abuja ordered the immediate remand of human rights activist and African Action Congress AAC presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore at the Kuje Correctional Center. The detention stems from a two-count cybercrime charge filed by the Department of State Service (DSS), which accuses Sowore of cyber stalking and criminal defamation after he labeled President Bola Tinubu a criminal in an August 2025 social media post. In Adamawa State, the Adamawa State Police Command has arrested 57 suspects in a sustained crackdown on Sheila, gangsterism, drug abuse, public nuisance, and other criminal activities across the state. The Commissioner of Police commended officers who participated in the operation for their professionalism and dedication, assuring residents that the command remained committed to dismantling criminal gangs and maintaining peace across the state. And in the world of business, depot price of premium motor spirit PMS, commonly known as petrol, eased across several terminals in Lagos as petroleum marketers adjusted prices and shifting supply dynamics in Nigeria downstream oil market. The latest market data showed a broad-based decline in Lagos, with most major depots reducing their ex-depot prices by between 1 naira and 18 naira per litre, which diesel prices recorded even steeper reductions in some locations. And in the world of sports, Erling Haaland scored his second World Cup brace in a row as Norway beat Senegal 3-2 to punch their ticket to the last 6:32. Manchester City forward Haaland now has 4 goals in 2 games at the tournament, hot on the heels of Lionel Messi's double earlier in the day, which carried him to a record 18 World Cup goals, not to be outdone. Kylian Mbappe scored another brace too as France beat Iraq 3-0. And on the foreign scene, the United States mission in Nigeria has opened application for the 2026 cohort of the Education USA Nigeria Opportunity Fund program, inviting qualified Nigerian students seeking higher education opportunities in the U.S. to apply. According to the mission, the initiative supports access to U.S. higher education while advancing Americans' leadership, commercial diplomacy, and the shared economic interests of the United States and Nigeria. And that is all for the news update at 10, brought to you by our news desk here at Echo FM. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms. On Facebook is Echo FM. On X is at Echo FM _Owerri. On Instagram and YouTube is Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. And that is the news update at 10. Thank you for listening. Please stay with us for the rest of Straight Talk. Welcome back to the show, people. It's still Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7. Today we are taking a look at Imo State party politics. We want to touch a lot of political parties, but we have a guest here, the Imo State Chairman, Labour Party, Honorable Barrister Nelson Ezerioha, PhD. Well, we are going to be having a go on how Honorable Barrister Nelson Ezerioha became the chairman when all along we thought Barrister Callistus Zihejagwa is the chairman of the Labour Party. So where are we heading to in Labour Party? Julius Abure has since been told by the court that his tenure as the national chairman of the Labour Party has since expired, but he has gone on appeal at the Supreme Court. So I don't know where this Labour Party mess will end, because it's still going on and on and on and on. At the point we thought this matter has already been resolved, well, Usman Esther has been declared by the court, recognized by the court as the authentic leader of the Labour Party after the appeal court also brought that matter to a halt. And right now, formerly Ochema, Master Ochema, who was the then vice chairman during the 2023, became the chairman, and then all of a sudden we heard that he is no longer chairman, and then he is now national youth coordinator or state coordinator of the youth for the Peter Obi, was it Peter Obi, for the presidential campaign and all that, or I don't know the position very well now. Probably Barrister Nelson will help us with that information. So there are a lot of things happening in the Labour Party I don't understand, and we want to get clarification for Imo people today. For those of you who have hope in the Labour Party, just take a listen. But before we do that, let me take some of the messages that came on board. Dr. Mrs. Mma Olebara, texting from Port Harcourt, says Peter Obi's call is apt. Rather than a wonderful masquerade to fall on stage while dancing, let it badly dance out of state. We can't continue living in fear and uncertainty when those we look up to for protection of lives and property have failed woefully. We cannot continue losing lives of innocent citizens in the most gruesome manner. The suffering in the country has become ghastly. The economic situation is an embarrassment, as a majority of Nigerians can no longer afford a square meal. We cannot continue suffering in the midst of plenty while the leaders live in opulence and without consideration of the masses. Enough is enough. That is the gospel according to Dr. Mrs. Mma Olebara. All right, we have this one says, good evening. This definitely is not for me. Yeah, okay. I think your message, okay. Good morning, Barry, and to your guest in the studio, and happy new day to you guys. As usual, my name is Felix Nwozuzu. Felix Nwozuzu still texting from my humble community, Umahimberi. Barry, Peter Obi is a very right by saying that Mr. President should resign, but we all know that he will not resign because it is not in our culture to resign in office. And finally, what happened in Ekiti elections is a tip of the iceberg and a rehearsal for what we are going to see and what is going to happen come 2027. So sad and so unfortunate. This country is not straight, but full of bending corners. Thanks, here I rest my case. Okay. Beautiful morning, my eloquent and majestic Barry Corsi. The call for Tinubu's resignation is just apt vis-a-vis the situation of happenings in the country. If democracy is what it should be, the resignation of the president should be a fiat. Bayo Onanuga is just ranting. More than 95% of Nigerians cannot be wrong. These are the glass and the mirror of a country, not Bayo Onanuga and his other few cohorts. The country is boiling in all the corners. We hear killings again in Plateau and Katsina. The pain is excruciating. Tinubu should please emulate the UK Prime Minister and give us space. Isn't Lady Julie Nosike sent in that one? All right, let me stop there for now. We'll come back to the messages later on. Honorable Barrister Nelson Ezerioha, PhD. Well, how did you emerge as the chairman of the Labour Party Imo State chapter?
Okay, thank you very much, Barry. First of all, I have to commend you.
Thank
I've
you.
been hearing Barry, but today I'm with you. So we thank God for that.
Thank you very much.
That's also how I emerged.
Okay.
As Nelson Ezerioha, I've been in Labour Party as far back as 2022, thereabouts. And we have constitution of the party. I'm aware that we were in court earlier, and at the end of the day, judgment was delivered. And as a lawyer, when judgment is delivered, we say the matter is res judicata. In other words, the matter has ended. Despite the fact that some persons who are supposed to ordinarily know still went to the court. But that's not why, or that's not how I emerged. How I emerged is that Congress of the party has been conducted. The World Congresses were conducted. The LGA Congresses were conducted. The State Congress was conducted. And the National Convention also took place. So we have executive members of the Labour Party in the entire Nigeria.
Okay.
The one you talked about before, Abure, you know very well as I do, that his tenure ended since then. He went to the court, and court could not give him judgment. Court said no, your tenure has expired, and court even in the judgment advised him as a leader to always know when a tenure has expired and to take a leave when your tenure expires. It's unfortunate he decided not to obey that judgment of the court and continue to move around. And this is the last, this is Supreme Court of Nigeria that gave this judgment. And somebody is talking about, court said it's an internal affair. Okay, if it's an internal affair, what is the internal mechanisms? This is a party that said there should be congresses. Congresses start, you have to start your congress from the ward. Abure did not conduct any congress anywhere. What he did was to call a meeting of some appointed persons to Newi. And there and then he said, this is National Convention. I have emerged as National Chairman.
But it was announced as a convention because I was aware it was properly publicized as a convention.
That's what I'm telling you. Such convention, if it was announced, if such purported convention, if it was announced, was illegal. Because in our constitution, you have to start from the ward.
Okay.
When you have your ward congresses, the ward chairman would emerge. The ward delegates would emerge. And these people will in turn elect the local government officials of the party. When the local government congress is conducted, people will also emerge as the chairman of the party and the executive members of the party, who will also move to the state congresses or congress and elect the state officials of the party. All this were not done. If this is not done, how can you now have national convention? Who attended the national convention? Were they elected chairman of the political party? The answer is no. So ordinarily it's illegal.
Okay, fine. So you emerged from the convention held by the Labour Party led by Nenadi Usman, right?
Yes.
When was that held?
On the 23rd, World Congress were held. 24th, local government Congress were held. On 25th, State Congress were held. On 28th, National Convention was held.
28th of which month?
Of April.
April.
Yes,
this year. You've been chairman since April.
I became the chairman of the party in Imo State since 25th day of April 2026.
Now, in that convention, was Barrister Ihe Jagwa part of it?
Ihe Jagwa, ordinarily, his tenure expired with Abure. In the first place, Ihe Jagwa was not elected as our chairman. It was during our primaries last time when we were trying to elect a governorship candidate that he was asked to stay there for some time. He stayed there and started answering chairman of the party.
No, he was there since 2002 before the presidential election. There was another election done after that because I was there, I covered it. That was when Esther has not even emerged. So, and he was even voted as chairman inter-party affairs of all political parties in Imo State. So, I don't know why you are saying he wasn't elected.
No, the issue of no, I'm telling you as a member of the Labour Party of Imo State.
Okay.
I'm not talking as a member of another political party that make up the inter-party whatever. Okay. What I'm telling you as a member of the Labour Party Imo State, we did not elect Ihe Jagwa. Though I'm not here ordinarily for Ihe Jagwa, but
no, I asked the question.
We did not elect Ihe Jagwa as our chairman.
Okay.
Ihe Jagwa's existence as the chairman or interim chairman of the party in Imo State expired with Abure. And he has never come back to ask to be elected. If he had come back during our Congress to vie alongside with us, maybe if he had emerged, he could have been answering chairman today. But his existence as a chairman of the party expired when Abure's tenure expired. Okay. So he's our Abure's disciple.
Okay. So who is now recognized by INEC in Imo State?
Of course, Nelson Nezero.
So if we search INEC now, we'll see your name there.
Yes, you will see Nelson Nezero. Because
Alright.
if you go to the INEC Abuja, the party.
We have INEC here in Imo State. Why do
Yes,
we go
that's
to
what I'm
Abuja?
saying. INEC is ordinarily one. Then we have state chapters.
Yeah.
The national, signed by the national chairman of the party, Senator Nenadi Usman, PhD, and the national secretary, Honorable Ihanacho Obioma. They transmitted the records to the INEC,
Okay.
and they are there.
So INEC has affected the change now.
Yes, INEC has affected the change.
All right, great. That solves the problem of how you emerged. Now, with what is happening in the Labour Party now, do you think that the Labour Party is now big and wide enough to go into the election within 6 months? Because you've been in a lot of really leadership crisis. That's what made Peter Obi to leave the party in the first place. And now that he's gone, a big chunk of Labour Party supporters have left with him. What's the state of Labour Party now in the state and, of course, in the nation?
Yes, I will not deny the fact that there were issues in Labour Party before now.
Okay.
But I want to let you know that since this April, everybody who left Labour Party or who wanted to leave Labour Party has come back to Labour Party. You can make a research.
Can you
if
give us notable names?
you can verify. People, okay, it might interest you to note that we have done our primaries and many people emerged as
Okay.
our candidates.
Okay.
People like Sabasi Madoka, who is our senatorial candidate in Owerri zone. People like Her Excellency, Mrs.
Akeredolu.
Betty Anyanwu Akeredolu, emerged as our Owerri federal constituency candidate. And others, too numerous to mention. About 70, in fact, we are covering about 70% of the.
Maduka was, I think, was part of the problem then in during Peter Obi's tenure and all that. He was with Abure and later came back and stepped down. He didn't step. There are a lot of confusion in Maduka, who a lot of people seem to think that he's a mole. They keep saying that. I'm not saying. I'm just re-echoing a lot of things. As the chairman now, how do you deal with such a person who has been branded a mole of APC in Labour Party?
No, these things are, we don't believe in rumor. We don't also believe in. What happens is that,
But his actions then was like showing as if he was.
yes, there will always be actions, there will always be reactions. Then, he was a governorship aspirant. There were many of them. A place where we had over 10 aspirants, 11 aspirants. They were looking for their way. Everybody wanted to emerge. Abure was in charge then. They wanted to emerge. So if Abure was the national chairman, you could be dancing to his tune to emerge. So at the end of the day, he did not emerge. Everybody.
And then they formed a parallel Labour Party.
No, things happened the way they happened, but everybody has realized their mistake, especially people that were sheepishly following the former national chairman. So now that they have realized and come back to the party, we accepted them and they don't have issues now. So we have done what we are supposed to do by asking if you are contesting, be nominated.
What you're saying is under your leadership, all those fracas
We
have
don't
ended.
have. We are most stable now, just like I've told many people. If you are talking about the most stable party in Nigeria now, you come to Labour Party.
I'm hearing this for the first time. It sounds like news to me because at the end of the day, we know that up to today, Labour Party is still having a lot of factions. But you keep saying you don't have faction because at the national level, we have Arabambi and co still going on and saying they are this, they are that, attacking and still going ahead to call out Peter Obi, call out Aisha, call out all those things, saying and claiming to be the leadership of the Labour Party. And all that is still going on. In Imo State here, I spoke with Callistus a few days ago. He still claims to be the Labour Party chairman. And there's a time he came here with a woman leader and things like that. So if you say there are no issues, would you be coy with the truth a little bit?
I talk legally.
Yeah?
If you come to Labour Party today, we have one secretariat of Labour Party.
Okay.
We don't have two secretariats. And somebody is there as the chairman of the party.
Where is
But
the
what-
secretariat now?
The secretariat is opposite area command, police command in Owerri here. Fire, the one we call fire service.
Is
Five
that not,
Able-
is that
Five
not, the,
Able
is that
Road.
not the party office or chairman set up? When
No,
he
what
was-
happened is that the one we have always rented party offices. The one we rented earlier, Abara House, had expired, and we had
And
to rent
then
that one.
they were operating at Okigwe Road. Am I correct? Labour Party was operating at Okigwe Road as a secretariat. Is that not one of wasn't it a Labour Party office?
Okigwe Road.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now that we have only one party secretariat, and that is number 5, Ebu Road, opposite Fire Service Police Command.
All right. All right, great to have
And
you.
everybody who is a member of the party comes there for their meeting. So if you're having another person, people could, ordinarily in Nigeria, we have freedom of association. So you could meet anywhere, answer any name, get what you want to get from people you might deceive, but we have only one Labour Party in Imo State and in Nigeria. Imo State
Okay.
is led by Dr. Nelson Ezerioha. The one in nationally is led by Senator Nenadi Usman.
All right, great. Sabato, you have anything to add to this? You're also an investigative journalist. So let's get to hear your own take on this matter.
Well, in the course of my investigations, I did discover that, yes, Barry, you are right when you say that there is a factional Imo State headquarters of Labour Party on Okigwe Road. That is the one that is run by Callistus Ihejagwa.
Okay.
And that's a fact. I have established that fact. And then another fact there that is begging for attention is this issue, this controversy surrounding Abure. I do not know, and I still do not understand how somebody can proceed with litigations when the Supreme
Court has already ruled.
Delivered judgment on an issue. So all of this just comes across to me, if you ask me, as sheer comedy. We should begin to be, very, very serious with what we're doing here when we're talking about ushering in a new Nigeria come 2027. I think some political comedians should be swept away into the gutters so that those who are sane enough can begin to pilot the affairs of political parties in the country. And another thing is this. Amidst all the disagreements, all the political parties should come to the realization that if they continue this way, they will all be run over come 2027 by the ruling party. And
Okay.
so there's need for them to come together and begin to forge a way forward via very, very reasonable synergy and collaboration, in the absence of which I can tell you, and you can take this to the bank, they will be crushed.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, for benefit of doubt, from INEC record, we have at the national level, Labour Party LP, the national chairman, Senator Nenadi Usman, by court order, was given as a chairman. National Secretary, Senator Darlington Wokocha, by court order. National Treasurer, Alhaji Hamisu Santuraki, by court order. National Financial Secretary, Hajia Aisha Madije, also by court order. And National Legal Advisor, Barrister Eric Ifere, by the court order. I'm trying to get that of the Imo State. The only news that came here is they're still here. It seems to me INEC has not effected. What we saw here is Mazi Excel Ochama, who was here, appointed by Nenadi, who is the national leader. Well, the other faction, as at one point we used to say here, Nwa David. And then Nwa David, we also had he has defected to the ADC. And all those crazy. There's so many stories. That's why when you were saying all these things is gone, I was like, when it happened? Was I sleeping?
No, the truth is that
Okay.
INEC, before now,
Okay.
had Nenadi's name by court order
Okay.
and Senator Darlington Wokocha. Now, that was before our congresses.
Okay.
Now, Congress has been conducted. There was a meeting 2 weeks ago at the INEC office, and
Okay.
the national chairman of INEC apologized to us for having not effected that change.
Okay.
Because we had our INEC meeting in Abuja recently, and I was there. So they apologized to Labour Party. That meeting was attended by the new secretary, new national secretary of the party, Honorable Iheanacho. he was there, and they said, we are sorry, we have not effected the change. We are going to effect the change by reflecting the people that they matched by our congresses and convention.
Okay.
So that is it, and it takes place mutatis mutandis. That is the way it happens in national is the way it's happening in the states, because we have only one Labour Party in Nigeria.
I tell God, I beg you, remove all these your status miserables you are saying. I don't need them. I don't want to hear this kind of legal jargons. Okay. All right. Official LP state executive in Imo State are maintained at the INEC National Headquarters in Abuja and the state office in Owerri due to the factional leadership dispute within the national party. The leadership Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, recognizes Senator Nenadi Usman as national chairman. Imo State leadership, the Imo State chapter, has experienced parallel executive claims. Of course, the Daily Post reported that the last consensus Congress recognized by Julius Abere national leadership, of course, that was Barrister Callistus Ihejagwa. That is all I can get there as at that time. But right now, the state agents of the Labour Party and all that are saying that there have been a Congress, which Honorable Barrister Nelson Ezerioha is emerged as the leader. So it's still confusing, but definitely we are here to clarify on that one. So, Salvatore, this leadership tussle, what's the point of the leadership tussle when you feel and hear that amongst the top contenders for the highest position, can we say that these leadership tussles have done anything good to these parties? Or they are just in the game just to add the numbers of contestants? Because that's the public notion being held by a lot of people, that these smaller parties, apologies for calling them smaller parties, it's in quotes, you understand? Chairman, don't be offended. Labour Party, ADC is no longer a smaller party. What are they again? AAC, AA, and all the rest of them. Even the NNPP has become a smaller party in the eyes of a lot of people. So with this now, they think these people are just there to do the spoilers game, because right now, Peter Obi is from the southeast, which is predominantly his strongest hold. And now the Labour Party has brought a candidate from the southeast as well. With this, now a lot of Nigerians say they are doing spoilers game. What's your take on that before I come to the chairman?
My take on this is that when you have a situation of factions,
Okay.
it detracts and disrupts the process of buoyancy in a political party. But I think we should be looking at the fundamental issue that, that led to the factions. And when you talk along that alley, you will tell yourself the bitter truth that it has elements of external interventions aimed, of course, at the destabilization of what you call the smaller parties. And this has been the case right from 2022 when Peter Obi emerged as the candidate of Labour Party. And in the course of all my investigations, I discovered that there were multi-layered, multifaceted gambits at the destabilization of especially Labour Party, which had obviously the potency to take over government at the national level in 2023. And we all, well, a good number of us were witnesses to the real facts of that electoral process in 2023 and what finally transpired that led to the inauguration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president.
Okay.
Some of us were reading between the lines and seeing all of these, the defections, the moles, and you see, for some of us, it's very easy to detect the moles in parties.
Okay.
You have different indices with which to set traps for them, and they just fall into the trap, and you just tell yourself, look, this one is a mole. And all of that, very interesting, really. But I think at the end of the day, and I repeat, as I've said before, they should begin to, if they are serious, get the facts straight that if they don't come together now, and this is the time because they have practically 6 months left to get themselves in order, You remember that APC as an opposition party, you know, as far back as 2013 February, you know, made a very, very bold, visible outing on the Nigerian political turf.
Yeah.
And by then they had already consolidated and agreed on all the things they needed to do. And that was 2 solid years before the presidential election in 2015. And here we go, you have about, as I said,
6
six
months,
months, 6
yeah.
months plus to the election that is forthcoming. And you're having all sorts of destabilization and, you know, distractions and all of that. It's not going to help them.
All right. Great. Chairman, where is your position on this matter? People say you are doing the spoilers game. You should have joined hands with your former presidential candidate or aligned yourself with a bigger party so you can have a stake at the national level instead of dividing the opposition and where you now reduce the number of voters who may be wanting to vote against the APC and stuff like that. What's your take on that?
No, the truth is that the Labour Party is a big party.
Okay.
Whether anybody believes it, or, well, everybody has to believe it.
Okay.
The only issues we had, in unquote, the only issues we had was when Abure was trying to push himself as the national chairman of the party.
In 2015, what was the position of the Labour Party?
In
the
2015,
scheme of things?
no, there was Labour Party. There has been Labour Party.
I know.
Since the formation of Labour Party.
Labour Party had a governorship in Oshomole, and when Labour was Labour, nobody now when Labour not be Labour again. I like being factual. When Labour was Labour, when Labour had, we get them out. They don't get them out now. That was when they had the party governor. Since then, that was it 1999 election when Oshomole became governor? No. That was after after Igbenedion, right?
Yes.
After Lucky Igbenedion, that was about 2007 election when
Yes,
Oshomole won
yes.
and then defected. So since then, till now, up until Peter Obi joined the Labour Party, would you say Labour Party fall under the bracket of those PDP likes and the APC as at that time?
No, ordinarily, what happens in political parties, we have been following this game and we have been in this system.
Okay.
Candidates, when candidates emerge, that could make or mar a political party.
Okay.
And it's not, in all honesty, the emergence of Peter Obi in Labour Party gave a serious boost to the Labour Party. And that's why some of us, or all of us, are in Labour Party today.
Okay.
Because before then, I was not a member of Labour Party. But when people... So that's why some of us are here. Some of us are here now. We want you to believe in this political party. And if some of us could get to Labour Party, you should know that Labour Party has come to stay.
So why did you leave with Peter Obi when he left? Since you came into Labour Party when he came in.
No. What I'm saying ordinarily is that who all were here.
Okay.
Peter Obi joined Labour Party. He gave us a boost. But we cannot leave when he left because we were already stable.
Okay.
Do you understand it? We were already stable here and we couldn't have left with him. In fact, let me inform you now. If you make your research, the entire, let me start from the executive members of the Labour Party, from the ward to the state. I don't want to talk nationally now. Nobody left with Peter Obi from Labour Party.
Okay.
The people that left, the people that came, maybe people that answer 1 or 2 names, also followed him. But I want to let you know that Labour Party, all the people in Labour Party remained in Labour Party. You can decide to quote names. If you have any reasonable person from Labour Party who left, you can tell us. But we're here now in Labour Party.
Peter Obi left with his vice. His vice has since joined what was that party again? PRP. So if we say
He didn't leave to NDC with his vice.
no, but he left and he came in, brought in Dati Baba Ahmed. He left. Dati Baba Ahmed left. A lot of other people. Of course, you said they answer 1 or 2 names. So I don't know what.
No, in political parties there will always be issues.
1 or 2 names means.
And when there are issues, people always look for, just like you looking for greater pasture
Would
somewhere.
you think Peter Obi's exit from the Labour Party is a blessing in disguise?
I have to say that
Okay.
because I don't know how to put it right now, but his exit helped us to stabilize.
Was it the problem?
Unquote.
Was it the problem?
Peter Obi was not our problem.
Who was?
Peter Obi was not our problem. I know that many people were targeting Peter Obi
Okay.
when he was with us. And that I don't even know why Abure was fighting, running around. Maybe he was trying to play an opposition to P2B or the rest of it. He was trying to, or he might have played as an opposition to P2B. And this must have led to one or two things. I don't want to say certain things you want me to say. But the truth is that P2B left.
This is straight talk, no bending corners.
P2B left
This is
and
straight
the
talk. It can't
Labour
be
Party.
bending corners.
P2B left and Labour Party became stable. Maybe people were following him. Those people that were attacking him decided not to attack Labour Party again because he has left Labour Party. So Labour Party is the best party now for you to join.
Who was attacking?
Because we are
Who
stable.
was attacking him?
I don't know who was attacking. I said maybe the people that
You cannot say people that were attacking and then you can.
Barry,
this one.
Barry,
If you get what you want, this one.
Barry stand here sitting on my right is pulling your legs because I do know and he knows that much that he is not telling us the full truth about
Absolutely. You
not
can't- you
knowing
can't come
when
to
he
my
says he
studio and
doesn't
not tell
know
me
why
what I want to hear.
Abure did what he did. Now let us tell him.
Okay.
Abure did what he did because he was a mole in Labour Party.
Hey, wait.
He was being sponsored to
Thank you for the
destabilize
information.
Your party. As if you
all
don't
right.
know.
I will believe you. I believe you.
Let me open up the phone line for our listeners. Maybe they will tell you to your face. Who
Yes.
knows? Okay.
But
let's open up-
before that, I want
Okay.
to. There was, you mentioned Maaz Yesel Chairman.
Yeah.
Yes, Maaz Yesel is still a member of our political party. He did not go to anywhere.
Yeah, true.
Yes. What happened is that we promoted him
Okay.
for Ezero had to take place take the place of chairman.
What position is
We
he
gave
holding
him
now?
assistant youth leader Southeast.
Southeast.
Yes. So
Okay,
he's now
it's
a
a bigger
zonal,
position.
a member of the zonal working committee of the party.
Big
So
man.
he's still with us.
Well, Mazo Chama is a personal friend of mine, so I
am aware
congratulate
that
him.
that personal friend of yours was at the time, after disputes in Labour Party, he was heading into, in fact, found himself amidst APC.
Well, definitely he had issues, and of course he was the one in charge of a lot of things in the Labour Party, and they decided to kick him aside. And of course, nobody says when you are being put aside and just remain there. Hey, you want to show me I'm not important? I'm going to show you I'm important. That's exactly what he did. We had a personal conversation. He told me exactly his reason for doing what he's doing. It is not what I come and disclose here, but definitely he is not the man here right now. But definitely it was really messy as at that time in Labour Party. Well, thank God, like you said, Peter Obi exists. People who are fighting him are no longer fighting him. So you people have a breather, and then you can rest. But I asked you a question. Are you playing spoiler to Peter Obi right now with a presidential candidate? Why didn't you just go ahead and merge with him in the NDC?
No, Labour Party is a full political party. Nobody has asked us for merger, and we can't just merge or adopt it.
Peter Obi never approached you for a merger?
No. We are not. In fact, we are not taking off merging with any political party.
Okay,
But
if
Peter Obi
they
has
do-
not approached us to.
If Peter Obi does, would you be willing to listen?
I'm a state chairman. We have national chairman.
All
and we have
state chairman,
national-
all state chairman are members of National Working Committee.
Yes.
You can't
When
be
the
telling
time
me that.
comes, we can put up our vote. We can put up our vote, and the eyes will have it.
091. That's another word I don't want to hear in this studio. The eyes have it. We don't want to hear eyes have it here. 0911 20,022 or 0707 454 1014. Those are the numbers to call. Who is punching? Good morning. Welcome to Straight Talk.
Good morning, Chief Cosmos.
I greet you.
Good morning, my own brother from Isekese, Salvatore.
Good morning.
Good morning, by Stezera.
Thank you, sir.
Please, this is Engineer Frank Uju Ebelebe. This morning I'm calling from Amausa Douglas.
All right.
Please, I want to know this by Stezera. Is he the former Imo House House member? Some time ago in Imo State.
Were you a House member in Imo State?
Barrister Zaraha was the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties and Transport in Imo State.
Under whose
okay.
administration?
Under the administration of Owele Rocha Sokorocha.
Okay.
Oh, that,
I was
that's
also the Commissioner,
the
Judicial
household-
Service Commission, and Commissioner
household
Imo
name.
State Independent Electoral Commission. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. So why
I
did you leave
tell-
Rojas camp?
This one is
I said,
This is straight
No,
talk.
no.
This is why you are
This
here.
is a-
You have
this
to
is a-
answer questions.
Yes, Rochas was the
Okay.
governor.
Uju Ebelebe is still online, please. Go ahead.
Okay. Rochas
all right,
was the. Okay.
as a Labour chairman Imo State, is there anything your party is doing to make sure that, sorry, before that, do you have any national National Assembly member still in Labour
Yes, we do.
currently?
We do.
There's one, at least, that
Okay,
didn't,
hold on.
that's not defected. Yes.
Okay, just one person.
Yeah,
Okay.
one.
What are you doing now as a party, be it that of national and state level, to make sure that those people that are still in labor, maybe after securing one victory or the other, so that they will not defer to another political party, just like a NDC is currently doing now, that you must sign that after winning, maybe after, if you win from that NDC, you are not going to defect. Because I believe that this is one of the ways to make democracy to stand in a country, not after maybe using a to business influence or using another person's influence to win. At the end, you join to the ruling party. Are you doing anything as a state chairman or national executive?
All right, thank you. Your question is noted. Thank you. Are you doing anything to,
Yes.
for start defections if they win?
Yes,
with your banner?
the party right now, just like I told you, the party is in order. So the party is making sure that the people that they will give the tickets are people that will not defect. People that will be like Alex.
Is there any signed document like the NDC is doing?
Document has not been signed.
Okay.
But when that day comes, we'll
You will know. All right, thank you. Good morning.
Hello?
Welcome aboard. Name and submission. Please turn it down. Turn it down. Don't break my ear now. Turn it down.
Yes.
Turn down the
Good-
volume on your radio.
good
Thank
morning,
you.
sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, I've done that. Good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, well done. I'd also extend my greetings to our special guest there in the city there with you.
Is that
The
Frank?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Science Radio is a household name, generally. I also extend my greeting to my chief there,
Thank
Chief
you, my
Sabatan,
Good
my
morning.
chief from my local government.
You don't get time. I know they play all this your day. They say what you want to say, Frank. I beg. No time.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, I have been hearing some questions you have been asking our guests there in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you forgot that politics is all about personal interest.
Okay.
Yes, because it's for personal interest. Because in politics, you don't maybe push somebody in order to accept maybe a candidate of another party, in which may not be the person's own interest. So, my statement on this is for you, honestly, to allow Sir Ezedioha to speak his mind. Because really,
Are
we are in Imo
wait,
here. We have been seeing...
Frank, are you not trying to teach me how to conduct my own show again? Frank, please
Yes.
stay on your lane.
Yes, you can
Leave-
conduct your show,
Uh-huh.
but please allow guests to speak their mind the way it is. Maybe you are trying to
I've
force-
allowed you to
are
speak
trying
your
to
mind
force
now.
some statements
You are
you-
now coming for me instead of speaking. Okay, so your mind not to come for me.
No, sir.
Bye bye.
Please,
Bye bye. Can't they go? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Cosmos.
Welcome aboard.
Good morning, guests in the studio there.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Ahmad Akos from Uche Street in Owerri.
Mm.
Since Barrister Ezedioha acknowledged the fact that P2B was a boost when he was in LP, why not adopt him as a presidential candidate, just like Abba is trying to do with APC? APC's presidential candidate. Because the fact remains that in this contest, anybody who is contesting under the platform of those small parties in quote, I think I can call that person a pretender, not a contender,
Away.
because that is the fact. If you know that you can make headway as far as the presidential contest is concerned, why not join hands with the major party of your own and make sure that you support the person fully? Now, to talk about your former section, what you had in your previous section, when a leader fails to provide his core responsibilities of protecting lives and properties of the led, which he has taken an oath to do, I think he should resign. Because as a leader, it's either you lead or you leave. And that is my position. That's why I said, I look at what P2B said as a gospel truth. So that's my take. I'm up
All
for
right. Thank you very much, Amma. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Barry Kaufman. Good morning, Marcel Rioja. Good morning, Salvatore. My name is Chizil Ubaja. I usually call from Duchis or the State. I want to ask about this one or two. One, I want to ask him whether Labour Party has presently considered has candidates in almost all the elected positions. That's from the president to the council as we speak. That's number one. Number two is, don't you think, Mr. Chairman, that the exit of Peter Obi from Labour Party dealt a devastating blow on Labour Party, because it was Peter Obi as a person that actually made Labour Party what it was, especially in the 2023 presidential election. Don't you think that his exit and that has actually taken away so many other people from the party, dealt a devastating blow on the party, and will eventually not make the party win any elected position, assuming you have one for now? Thank you very much, and God bless you.
All right, go ahead and answer. Thank you.
Yes, let me start from the last. What I want to tell you, candidates will always emerge, and we have candidates in almost all the states, and both in the states, nationally we have a candidate, just like I told the Mr. Barry before now. We have a person in the name of Chibuzo Okereke Sunday, PhD. He's from Abia State. He's our presidential candidate. We have, of course, you know, the governor of Abia State is contesting, and he's our governorship candidate in that state. And I think we are going to win all our House of Assembly, all our National Assembly elections in Abia State. That one you know. Then in Imo State, just like I told you, we also have our candidates. In Olu, we have Dr. Chris Acholonu as our senatorial candidate.
After I don't call their name finish, you come pay the money.
No, I was asked whether we have candidates.
After I don't advertise, I just look you. They call. I'm going to write a receipt.
You know what?
Each one 30,000. Each one 30,000.
You know what? Just like I told you, we have Sabasi Baduka as our senatorial candidate.
They call.
And other places. Both in the federal government, we have a credo.
Each name 30,000. How many will not come? I write and that for me.
You better stop him before he reads out the whole
No,
list.
man, they can't advertise for your candidate.
So, but we have candidates in almost all the positions. I'm not mentioning them.
You don't do. You don't call 1, 2, 3. That is how much? 90,000. God bless you.
There's something of note here.
Okay.
You know, somebody made a very, very pertinent input in asking or suggesting or proposing that how about they're adopting Peter Obi, since they see Peter Obi.
Is Peter Obi the only presidential candidate? Why would I adopt Peter Obi?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Okay.
I've also conducted my investigations.
Okay.
And if you listen to him carefully, he did explain a few seconds ago that their presidential candidate hails from
Abia State.
where? Not just Abia State, Alex Oti State. That's one. Two, I've gone through the credentials of that Okereke. Something tells me that right now, you know the principles of dialectical progression. It tells you a thesis,
one thing or the other.
Synthesis. I think they're at the level of antithesis now. And when the time comes, what that question the man was putting to, or that proposal
you are not jumping the gun. They look you at.
That's now after he'll tell you he doesn't understand or he didn't understand. He understands.
All right, let's go. We don't have time. We don't have time at all. Okay, Barrister, well, I know you're having fun, but the issue is that what we are trying to find out is if the Labour Party is ready for the elections, which you've said they are ready. The crises are no more, and the INEC witnessed your congresses.
Yes.
And of course, they have since accepted the leadership as that. Now, the Supreme Court has since ruled that Bure is still saying that it is, the court only said it's an internal party affair, which means there is still a lingering crisis. Alex Oti is a Labour Party candidate of the Nenadi's leadership.
He's our national leader.
National leader. Abure has since said Oti is not their candidate. So it also means that they will be featuring the candidate. And whichever INEC decides that will be on the ballot is the one that will be on the ballot. So we do hope and wish you well on that front. On a final note now, what is it you want to tell Labour Party faithfuls and Imolites?
No, the truth is there. There's Labour Party in Imo State.
Okay.
There's Labour Party in Nigeria. I want all members of the Labour Party, even those who had issues with Labour Party because of the leadership. We now have a stable leadership, a viable leadership, a formidable leadership. I want them to come back to the party. We are ready. We are even forgiving.
Is there anybody challenging your authority now?
Nobody's challenging me. Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody at all. I told you that the last person who was there as interim chairman has moved on. We have
elevated him?
Yes, we've elevated him to the zone.
Okay. What efforts are you making for the names to be changed must come from Abuja INEC, not here?
Yes, our names have already been...
I've just checked. It's not been updated. Our chairman's name is there.
Okay.
I didn't want to say it openly, but our chairman's name is there.
Okay.
Because I remember when the court asked INEC to replace that, and that's what is on INEC portal right now.
Yes.
And so I don't know how long the people, because what we see is what we announce.
Yes, that is it. We can, as a state, submit our names. But ordinarily, the names have been submitted at INEC Abuja and was received, stamped, which I have a copy of it.
Okay.
And INEC Abuja was supposed to extend or transmit that letter to the INEC Owerri. But if that has not been done, I can go and remind them and make sure that they fix the proper names.
All right, thank you. Our guest from the APP couldn't show up, so we just had to focus on Labour Party today. It's been a while I haven't had Labour Party issue concerning Labour Party because it's like we don't forget now. And I don't resurrect.
You will see us every day now.
And I don't resurrect. All right, so do hope that we are going to get your promos, and we'll be glad to help in any way we can. That's why we are here to serve you people. We do hope that Echo FM will be your #1 choice. Really, Chairman, if I come up here, I come here, I don't see advert where you last 6 months, you will get problem. I don't tell you most states, now. Another deal or no deal?
Deal.
Okay. That's all I want to hear.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That's our show today. We have been speaking with Honorable Barrister Nelson Ezerioha, PhD. He is Imo State Chairman of the Labour Party, as of course led by Nenadi Usman at the national level. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much, sir. God
and
bless
of
you.
course we have the one and only Salvatore Amadi, Chief Comrade Salvatore Amadi. Thank you very much for showing up.
My pleasure, Barry.
All right, up next, Health Revolution with the Slim Diva. Thank you for listening. Take it over.
The sound of the